Hey guys, this is Saints Fan Reactions, and I'm doing my season one review of The Wire. I was trying to figure out how to go about this. Like, do I go episode by episode? Do I go like incident by incident, scene by scene? The best way I could think to do this, because of the massive amount of characters in this show, is to just go character by character because I was rolling it through my head how I could do this. And I'm like, all right, first things first, let me write down all the characters' names that are important. And these are like important characters. There's got to be like 40 or 50 names that just rolled off the top of my head when I'm thinking, all right, who do I have to mention in a season one review? Like 40 or 50 names came up. They're all important. It's crazy how many characters in this. And it's even more insane that I could remember all their names like off the top of my head. So if you guys want, comment down below. Let me know whatever you think of what I say. Let me know if I missed something or whatever. But I'm just going to roll with this, and here we go. McNulty. McNulty, all season, was a drunken lunatic, but he's lovable. He's hooking up with Perlman, who is the redheaded prosecutor, is really reckless with his children. His ex-wife seems to be on the good side of things. Like, he cheated on her and she deserves custody of the kids because he's kind of a horrible father in the sense that he puts his kids in danger. He did his job, as drunk as he was. He did push Daniels to go the distance. Had he not done what he did and get Phelan, the judge and everything, to like, without McNulty, none of this would have went down. Daniels would have given up. Phelan wouldn't have known half the shit he knew. So McNulty, as big as a reckless drunk he is, he's not a bad guy. Bunk? Bunk wasn't in this show nearly as much as I thought he'd be. Basically was like McNulty's bosom buddy when he needed to be. He was there to be like a little comic relief. Drunk, cheats on his wife, felt guilty about it, but he still did it. It ain't doesn't mean that he's forgiven. And all in all, Bunk was like in and out, but like he was kind of like a side character. And I thought from the get go he'd be a little more. Now, guys, I'm going to rush through these. If I miss something, I'm sorry, but I'm going to rush through them because there's a lot and I don't want to make this video like an hour long. But if I, like I said, if I miss something or whatever, let me know. Daniels. Daniels, Lance Reddick, one of my favorite characters. He basically was shuffling info to Burrell. He is trying to make good for it now. And even at the end there, he like basically told Burrell to like stick it. Like even Major Reed and Senator Clay, the guy that Day was getting money for, I guess, or like whatever. Day Day was Ashy Larry from the Chappelle Show. Day Day works for Clay, and Clay and Forrester and Reed and all those guys are total douchebags. They're all over Daniel's head. They're working with Rawls. Rawls, I actually started learning to love at the end, but Rawls is also an asshole. He did, I mean, no, not for nothing. He goes, McNulty, where do you want to go? And he put him at boat duty, boat patrol, whatever you want to call it. But all those higher up guys, they're the guys in the last episode. I was like, oh, they're this maniacal laughter, like, they just like robotically laugh and think they can run everything. And they basically kind of do right now until people push back. Daniels actually stuck up to him at the end. Basically, I gave him a little salute. He basically is like, you guys, Burrell's got something on him, but he's basically like, you guys want to fuck with me? Go ahead. I'm not going to back down. If you want to take me down, go ahead. We'll all look dirty. I got stuff on all you guys, and it's just going to make the department look bad. So Daniels is one of my favorite. Then we got Greg's. Greg's, awesome character, got shot up at the end, but she's survived and she looks like she's doing good. The way the episode ended, she's looking out the window, things looking good. Her girlfriend, Cheryl, I'm not a fan of. I get that you don't there she loves her. I'm not saying she's a bad person. I'm just saying I get that you love her, but you could see Greg's is like police work is her life. She was like telling stories at the girls' night about how this guy she saw was like she idolized him. It changed her life and her career. Cheryl is too sheltered, and I get it. You want to be safe and you want the person you love to be safe, but you knew that going in that Greg's was this kind of person. Like when they were in the hospital, I get it. It was like a sensitive topic at the time and Greg's just got shot up. But like, I agree with Greg's. Even if you busted me up and you shot me, I wouldn't quit. I would be like, as soon as I get better, I'm going to hunt you down. I would not be able to back down either. Greg's A1 in my book. Then you got the dynamic duo of horrible people, Herc and Carver. Absolutely hate them. I hated Carver since the moment I saw him. Watch episode 1 reaction. The second he got out of the car, I was like, something about this guy I don't like. I will also say I loved Herc from the beginning up until they raided Bodhi's mom's house. When they raided Bodhi's mom's house, he was an angel up till then. Even said to Bodhi's mom, like, I'm really sorry about this, ma'am. And Carver was a total dick, like, don't fucking apologize. Like, fuck them. Herc was a sweetheart. I don't know what happened, but somewhere between that and him coming back from like the whatever he did, he turned into a total fucking scumbag. Like he's like acting like hot shot in front of the young recruits. He's like, you guys gotta use your heads and blah 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 blah. He's a moron. He steals money. Morally, he's a horrible person. And he's not smart at all. He's always braggadocious. Like when he got the test back, Carver helped him study. Carver literally was like, dude, like, I'm doing this for you. Like, you need to study. And then after he got the results back, he's like up in Carver's face, like, yo, like, you better salute me and like be like, sir, yes, sir, like, blah, blah, blah. I absolutely hate people like that. If I was Carver, I would have busted him in the face and then dealt with the consequences. And that's a horrible idea. And that's why I'm not a cop. But fuck Herc. He's a piece of shit now. Stole money, pocked it in his vest. Then like Lester, when Lester was like, hey Herc, can you go get the string? And he's like, why do I gotta get the string? Go get the fucking string, you asshole. I don't care who you are. Lester is the man. You do not mess with Lester. That is my next guy I'm going to talk about. Lester, the man with the plan, the smartest guy in the room every time. He can do no wrong. And now he even bagged Dee's ex, Chardine, who was working at Orlando's club. But I love it because she seems like a sweet girl. I didn't think that in the beginning about her. But now that you see the way she rolls, like when she first was at the club and Dee was rolling up on her, I was like, something's up with this girl. I said many times, I think it's Avon's girl and they're just not talking about it. And it ended up amounting to none of that. Avon has made many interactions with her and it showed that that is not his girl. She just is trying to get by and make a living and like doing what she has to, but not go that far. She doesn't strip. She doesn't do any of that. Granted, she hooked up with Dee, which is what gave me the impression that she was like a gold digger. But she's not. She seems like a sweet girl. I give Lester my blessing. He may be twice her age, but hey, he's a good guy and she deserves a good guy. She was getting dicked around by everyone else. Lester will treat her right. I have faith in that. So good for Lester. Then we'll go to Bubbles. Bubbles has had a roller coaster. I think Bubbles might have one of the best story arcs in this show in season 1. He went from like hardcore junkie to like a police informant to hardcore junkie to stable, want to get straight police informant, has a girl, a baby mama that cares about his well-being, gave him a shot, let him sit in the basement. He's got people that care about him in his life if he wants to be straight. He's got a kid. Like Greg's had faith in him. Greg's was such a sweetheart about it. And then the whole thing with Greg's happened and then he just buckled up and like gave up and like I mean I know addicts. I get it. Sometimes they just can't be helped. Sometimes they can only help themselves. And Greg's was like his lifeline. He finally wanted to change. And when you want to change, you need somebody to be there for you, like when you're at your weakest moment. And Greg's was his go-to. And then Greg's not her fault and got shot. And then she's like out of commission. Bubbles doesn't know that, but it doesn't matter. Even if he did, now he lost that lifeline. It was good enough for Greg's when she woke up to give McNulty the money to give to Bubbles. But at that point, it's too far gone. It's such a thin line with people like that, that like, it went away too quick. But love Bubbles. His friend, Johnny Weeks, they call him. He is a horrible character. Great actor, but horrible in the sense that he is constantly bringing Bubbles back down. You saw at the end there of the finale, he's got Bubbles robbing Copper again to friggin' get their fix. I sorry, I don't wish ill will upon anyone, but it's a show. I hope he dies in the next season because he is the biggest thing holding Bubbles back. It's like his best friend and he's a constant junkie and he's got AIDS. So like he doesn't care whether he lives or dies. Bubbles needs to get straight or he's going to die. He's got a kid. He needs to get himself straight. So that guy's got to go. Sindor. He is the cop who up until the last episode I didn't know, and a subscriber, I can't remember the name, I apologize, told me Sindor. And then right after I heard it, right after I was told that, I hear it all the time now. So I probably was just not realizing. Not for nothing, guys. Sindor is a unique name. I've never heard that in my life. So I'm pretty sure when they were saying it, I didn't know that they were calling him by name. Like cinders, like cinders or burning like stuff, like logs. I don't know. I didn't pick up on it. He is a great guy. Like he does nothing wrong. He is intelligent. He is always doing the undercover stuff and he puts his ass on the line. I very much like him. I hope he continues to stay in the show. You got Pryzbylewski. Oh, have I had a time with Pryzbylewski? He has, from episode 2 on, I've given him a lot of shit. I don't want people to think it's a show and we've seen much worse happen. I didn't want people to think I was like okay with him knocking a kid's eye out, but he has grown so much to this point that even people in the comments are like, give Pryzbylewski a break. And I gotta. Besides Lester and Sindor, he's like number 3. Beats even McNulty because McNulty, even though without McNulty, none of this would have went down, he still is a fuck up and a drunk. Pryzbylewski, great dude now. He learned from his mistakes. Sometimes people do. And he appears to have learned from his mistakes. If I am wrong, I will correct myself in the future. But right now, he's A1 in my book too. Briefly, I'm going to touch on Santangelo, Landsman, and the fortune teller. He's walking the beat now. Santangelo's got like a steady job. I dug him. Whether or not we see him again, I don't know. It doesn't look like they'd make him that important, but he'll probably pop back up here and there, just not an important character. Landsman, didn't like it all from the beginning, just like Rolls, but both of them, more so Landsman, is like comic relief now. I really dig Landsman. I love his jokes. He's a good guy. He's like one of those cops where like, you're kind of like, I don't like what you're doing. But at the same token, he never does anything like really bad. So I buy him. The fortune teller thing. I want so badly for that fortune teller thing when Landsman said to Santangelo, go to this fortune teller lady, and the whole case unraveled, but it was a different case. I want for that to like come back again at some point. Don't tell me if it does. I want to be shocked. But I feel like that had more to it than meets the eye. I think I got most of the cops. I'm going to dip into the drug dealers now. Let's start with D'Angelo. Now, guys, I got a lot of crap for hating on D'Angelo. And I constantly defended myself. People were like, why are you calling him a pussy? Why are you going so hard on D'Angelo? What did he do? Like, why are you so rough on him? Blah, 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 blah. Guys, I don't know if you realize this, but I didn't know that he got I mean, obviously you knew this, but I didn't know that he took the rap for Weebay killing that girl. Tap, tap, tap. I see an episode like early on, I forget which episode, but it was like episode 2 or 3. D'Angelo bragged to all his crew at the Orange Couch office that he killed this girl for just because she could have said something about somebody. Right off the bat, I'm like, all right, you're a murdering scumbag. You killed this poor girl in cold blood. Tap, tap, tap. Didn't even see it coming. Flick the light on. Boom. Blaster. I have no sympathy for you. I hope you die. I don't care. You can't go crying around like, wow, I'm not about this life, blah, 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 blah. And everyone gave me crap for that. Now, I understand it wasn't what he did. He took the rap for it. He never killed that girl. Weebay killed that girl. But if you're going around bragging to your crew, and I understand why he did that, because he's got to put a front up like, hey guys, like I'm some badass that you got to listen to. But that makes me hate you. How many times did D'Angelo wuss out or like act like a pussy, so I put it? I'm thinking he's a murdering asshole. I feel like a lot of people came down on me for that and thought I was being too hard on D'Angelo, but I did not know the info you guys know. I feel like in season one, you might have felt the same way. I'm going to compare this to Lost. Again, I do that a lot. But if you watch Lost for the first time, spoiler alert, everyone hates Sun and Jin. They come off as like these horrible people. Jin is like a total scumbag, blah, 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 blah. By the end of the show, they are the most loved couple. If you look on top 10 lists, Sun and Jin are at most people's top 5. So my point is, I'm lacking information. Give me the benefit of the doubt that like I'm not crazy. I'm not hating on him for no reason. I hated on him because I thought he murdered a girl in cold blood and it wasn't so. As far as now, I think he's one of my favorite characters. I'm most excited for him in season 2. I want to see what happens with his whole story unraveling while he's in prison because he just got 20 years unless something changes. So I'm very interested in D now, and he is one of my favorites. So now those people that are telling me like, why are you hating on D? D's such a good character, blah, blah, blah. I kind of get it now. But you all guys also got to remember, don't make it too obvious. Because in my head the whole time I'm thinking, damn, D, something must be up with D because why does everyone like him so much? So be a little careful with how you guys freak out about certain characters because it actually is almost like a spoiler. All right, if all you guys are defending D this much, then maybe I'm missing something or maybe something happens later that I'm wrong about. And it ends up happening that that's the case. So even if I'm acting like a douche and it's somebody that doesn't deserve it, maybe don't call me out on it just in case it is relating to something in the future that you don't want to like make me keen to. Please comment below. Let me know what you think. Ask me questions. Let me know if I missed stuff. Ask me like if there's things that you want to know that I didn't miss that you just want to know about. Write it down below. Let me know. I love talking to you guys. So I'm going to end it there. I'll see you guys on the next one. Like and subscribe. This is Saints Fan Reactions for now. Peace.